Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rosnanita Binti Rosid and my metric number is 054470. Today I will present the provision that included in the Criminal Offences Act 2022 under Chapter 6, which is blackmail. Under Section 24 of this Act define the meaning of blackmail. Whoever intentionally puts or makes unwarranted demand to any person in fear by threats, accusation, menace or violence, induce or attempts to induce any person to disclose embarrassing information to that person or to any other that may potentially damage their reputation or affect their personal relations, and thereby dishonestly induce the person so put in fear to deliver to any person any property or valuable security or anything signed or sealed which may be converted into a valuable security with the intention of obtaining a gain or of causing a loss or influencing the exercise of a public duty, commits blackmail. Meanwhile, under Section 25, 26, 27 and 28 defines the type of act of blackmail which consists unwarranted demands, menace, obtaining gain or causing loss and public duty. The reason why I included blackmail in this act is because blackmail is not only a common subject of scholarly theorizing, but also a common object of criminal prohibition. Every American jurisdiction criminalizes blackmail, although there is considerable variation in its formulation. Though blackmail is not extortion, something about the use of coercion might seem comprise the gravamen of the offence. But then many forms of coercion are not criminal. A source pressed by a reporter to provide information or else face an unflattering portrayal, or an employer pressured to either give her best salesman a raise or watch him quit, may feel as much coercion as the recipient of a blackmail threat. Yet, this coercion is not criminal. What is about the nature or circumstances of a threat that make it blackmail and not mere hard bargaining? Theories of the proper basis for the criminal prohibition against blackmail differ profoundly from one another. One reason for this is that unlike many other crimes, it is not entirely clear whom blackmail harms or victimizes. On one level, the victim of a blackmail threat seems to be the person receiving the threat who is forced to pay money or give up something else of value to prevent the blackmailer from carrying out the threat. However, according to Durkheim and sociological jurisprudence, the law appears to symbolize the morality of the society. Law and morality together produce an amalgam of ties binding individuals to society and producing unified and coherent groups. Therefore, he regards morality as the essence of the society, of the social solidarity, which is strictly necessary. Without it, societies cannot exist. In Islamic jurisprudence, it is not good character for a Muslim to pursue faults of a Muslim or to unveil them. It is also forbidden to threaten or blackmail one on his shortcoming. The Prophet ﷺ said, "If one covers a Muslim, Allah will cover him the day of judgment." Reported by Imams Al-Bukhari and Muslim. The Prophet ﷺ also said, "O people who declare Islam by tongue and faith has not got into their hearts, do not harm Muslims, do not mock at them, and do not pursue their lapse. Whoever follow the lapse of Muslims, Allah will follow his lapse, and when Allah follow his lapse of a person, He will uncover his fault even in his interior house." Reported by Imam Al-Tirmizi. Okay, next we move to section of this act, which provide the punishment for blackmail. Under clause 1, whoever commits blackmail that may potentially cause harm to that person or to any other reputation or their personal relation by threatening to disclose embarrassing information about that person or to any other, or publishing or threatening to disclose any intimate and compromising images of that person or to any other through any electronic means including social media, shall be punished with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 7 years or with fine or both. In a healthy civilized society, dignity of mankind is preserved. This preservation is apparent by the respect of rights of all people. This respect of rights come in through many and multiple means. Here comes the role of the law to define and identify the law clearly and provide ways and means to redress the infringement of any kind by anyone in a manner that society feels satisfied. Courts are established to administer justice. Justice is thus the soul of peace in all societies. Okay, according to sociological jurisprudence, to Durkheim, an act is criminal when it is perceived as offending the collective conscience. Members of society are not shocked and angered by a conduct merely because legislation has rendered it criminal. Such conduct is criminal because society's collective conscience is shocked. Any act that shocks the collective conscience of people is an offence. The purpose of punishment is not to deter but rather to satisfy the common consciousness. The punishment inflicted on an offender is reparation offered to the collective feelings of members of the society. According to Hanafi school under Islamic jurisprudence, if any person forcibly takes a valuable thing from another person without consent or authority and destroys the proprietor's possession, such an act is called ghasab. If he does the act knowingly and willfully, he is held in law to be an offender and has to pay compensation. But if he does it unknowingly, unintentionally, as for example where he destroys another's property upon supposition that it belongs to him, though held later otherwise, the law does not hold him an offender, but still he is held responsible to pay the compensation on the principle that compensation is the right of man. The law goes further and provides that the actual article usurped must be restored to the proprietor if it stands in his possession, and if he says he has lost the thing, the judge will have to imprison till he recompense the loss. Okay, that's all for me, and it is hoped that this provision can bring justice and peace in our society. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.